Salut mes amis! So this week we are going to be working on our body vocab in French. So we're going to learn how to talk about different parts of your body. Very useful if you're ever sick in another country. If you get hurt in another country, you need to be able to tell them, is it your leg? Is it your arm? So we're going to be working on that. So here's what I wanted to show you today. I'm trying to get, there it is. So when you go in, normally you go into Stream, and you'll see my note down there on the Stream of what we have this week, what we've had in the past, all of that. But remember, all of your classwork assignments are going to be on the classwork tab. So make sure you click on that to find out more details about the individual assignments. So I've already clicked on classwork and it brings me to this page. Just don't forget the colors is due today on Friday. The one that I'm talking about right now, the body vocab, that is due May 1st. So I will always assign it on a Friday and have it due the following Friday. If you haven't done the color one yet, please make sure you do that and get that turned into me. This week I did it a little different, and I'm going to try something out with you. If this doesn't work, let me know. I'll help troubleshoot it with you guys, and we can always go back to just writing it on paper and taking pictures of it if we need to, but I think this might be a little easier for you, so I'm going to try my best to, I've modified the assignment a little bit to hopefully help you guys. So what you're going to do, you can read through the directions, then you're going to actually click on the Google Slides, okay? So I have created a Google slide for each of you. And when you get in it, this is not only going to be just your information, but you're also going to be editing your Google slide with your answers. So as we go through, you're going to want to make sure, if you want to, some people like to put like their name at the end of this, so they rename it with what it is. They just leave that and they put like hyphen and then your name. But you should be just modifying. It should just be yours. It should save under your Google Drive. You're going to be able to then attach it to our classwork and turn it in that way. Instead of having to worry about printing something, instead of worrying about writing an online paper, you can do it all digitally this week. I believe that's the goal at least. So first off, let's go over what we have here. So the body, so we have a couple different words. We have la tête, which is her head. L'oreille is her ears. La main is her hand. Le bras is her arm. Le pied is her foot. La jambe is her leg. La bouche is the mouth. Le nez is the nose. And l'œil is her eyes, okay? Or sometimes we call it les yeux instead. But this particular vocab book is using that instead. All right, go ahead, read through this. Try your best. You might need to, zoom in a bit. I have it just on 100%, but if you want, you can zoom it into 200%. You can really see it a little bit better the more you zoom in and go from there. All right, now on here, let me zoom out a little bit back. So yeah, so because it's on fit, it's going to look a little blurry, but you can zoom in and out as you need to. So on the next page, they have a boy, and then they have different arrows pointing to different parts of his body. Now, when you are going to, so you're going to write down the different parts that you see. When you write them, please include this article like la bouche, la jambe, le pied. Okay, you want to include the le, the la, the L apostrophe when you type them in. And what I have done this week, okay, get off the Zoom bar. What I have done this week is you're going to hopefully actually be able to click on the blank, and I put a text there. So you can actually type in, what was that pointing to his head? So la tête. Okay. And then you'll be able just to move it if you need to. You might need to move the text box so that it's a little bit more into the space. I tried my best with it last night, but this way you'll be able to put it all straight right on there. You can make it larger if you need to. You can make it smaller if when you type it ends up like it was there, a little bit off-centered. You can move it up. Oops, I'm going to erase that though, because I don't want you all to have to see that when you do it. Okay. So when you click on there, you'll see them just pop up, and then you'll have somewhere to put them. Okay, so you could be able to write right on this actual slide. Down here, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Okay, it says choose a partner, point to each other's hand, foot, and so on, and ask, qu'est-ce que c'est? Qu'est-ce que c'est just means what is that? Qu'est-ce que c'est? And then you answer, c'est une main, c'est un pied, and so on. This is not an activity that I'm going to require, but you are home with some family members. It is kind of fun to maybe work through some of this with each other. So if you want to do this with a brother or a sister, a mom or dad, it is great practice. So this is just qu'est-ce que c'est? And then the word here is c'est, and then you would just say the body part. It sounds like the word say, like S-A-Y in English. So qu'est-ce que c'est and say. On this page, very similar. Again, you might need to zoom in or zoom out, depending on if you're having trouble reading it. I know when I zoom out, it's a little harder to read. When I zoom in, you can see the numbers and the pictures and stuff better. But I just wanted to show you. On here, you're going to just be doing this crossword puzzle. Again, I put little text box in each one of these, okay? So as you are doing it, you're just going to type the letter that would go there. So whatever word goes here, it goes up and down, right? You would just put one letter in each one of these boxes. And again, if the text boxes are not quite accurate as far as when you type the letter where they need to be, just rearrange them and adjust them as you need, okay? I was working with that. It was a little harder on this crossword puzzle than the first one was. Then down here, this one I think is pretty fun. So this is called Simon dit, okay? Just means Simon says. So you might be bored, you might be having a lot of extra time on your hands, okay? Teach your brother or sister, your older brother or sister, your younger brother or sister, your mom, your dad, who's ever with you at your house, a couple of these vocab words. Just, you don't have to do all of them, maybe pick 4 of them, okay? Do some easier ones that are easier to say, like la tête or la bouche, right? And you're going to go ahead and move or point to that part of the body only if you say Simon dit. So you are going to be Simon, you're going to be Simon, and you are going to say Simon dit la bouche, okay? Simon says the mouth. So they're going to touch their mouth, okay? If you don't say Simon dit and they still touch their mouth anyway, then they're out. And you can play like that. It is a fun game. If we were in class, we would be doing this game together. So it is a really enjoyable game, I think. All right, so your basic things you do have to complete is this crossword puzzle. And again, look, when I zoom in on it, much more clear. You're able to read it. You can see the numbers a little bit easier, and probably typing in your letters will be a little bit easier too when you do that. Okay, so if you need to adjust, you can do that. So this part will be required. This part will be required. Okay, again, when you're done, put your name at the top of this. Okay, it will save to your Google Drives. You should then, now it's a little different for me because this is my teacher screen, but you should be able to, when you're done, attach this and turn it in that way. Okay, so you should be able to attach the one that you just completed, not my original one, but the one that you put your answers on, and then you should be able to turn in that way. I really do hope that that is more helpful to you guys this time. And again, this is my first time creating my worksheet as a Google slide and attaching it for you guys to edit. So if there are any problems, please let me know. And like I said, if there's a lot of problems, if it does become more difficult instead of easier for you, we can always write them on paper and send me pictures like you did last week. Please do not forget to do the colors. Please don't forget to do that 3-week packet I had sent in that email at the very beginning of our time together. When we were all leaving Riverside, please make sure you still do that 3-week packet. That's going to be important as well. And we're going to just go from there. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.